Hey there, folks. Welcome to another one of our at-home table reads. Tonight we are tackling the comedy horror classic, Tucker and Dale versus Evil. We're just going to jump right in with our cast. Taking us through an action description, we've got Angi. Perfect. There's Jess right there. I'm going to be reading Tucker. Randi is going to be taking over Dale. Perfect. As the sheriff, along with one of our college kids, we've got Shawn. Perfect. As Chad, another one of our college kids, we've got Erik. Fantastic. There he is. As Chuck, another college kid, we got Jess. Fantastic. There she is down there. As Allison, we've got Kayli. Perfect. There she is. As Todd and Chloe. Perfect. Rocking right there. As Mike and the clerk of the store, we got Johnny. Stellar. And as Naomi, the newswoman, Mitch, and a couple others, we've got Lynne hanging out right there. Perfect. All right. Well, Angi, take us away.
Tucker and Dale versus Evil. Screenplay by Eli Craig and Morgan Jurgensen. Exterior, Appalachian Mountains, day, 1987. Gliding over the endless green forests of the Appalachian Mountains, we slowly descend. Super, Memorial Day, West Virginia, 1987. Continuing to descend through the trees, the sound of frantic breathing rises. Someone's running. Cheryl, a 19-year-old college girl, looks back, terrified. Whatever's chasing her is getting closer. Cheryl trips over a log, lands face down in the mud. She quickly sits up and looks around. There's no sign of who or what she's running from. Snap! A twig breaks nearby. The girl flattens on the ground, looks about. Through the brush, she can make out a blood-covered machete. A pair of worn, blood-splattered work boots approach. Cheryl quietly stands, pressing her back against a tree, slowly moving around the trunk out of sight. She watches as the figure searches about, then turns and walks off. The girl eases. She turns, straight into the eyes of a killer hillbilly. He holds the machete up in the air. Carol screams as a hillbilly flips the machete over and smashes the butt of it down. Smash cut to exterior West Virginia day. Bluegrass music and blue sky. Cottonwood seeds float through the air. It's springtime in the mountains. The hills are green, the air is clear, and it couldn't be more beautiful. Super, 20 years later. A beat-up Chevy truck speeds along a country highway, heading for the hills. It's loaded down with work tools, and an aluminum boat is tied to the roof.
But did you even talk to her?
I was gonna, but she moved out before I ever got a chance.
Interior truck continuous. Behind the wheel is Tucker McGee, 30. Your classic West Virginian good old boy, flannel shirt, an easy laugh, a good heart, and a dependable truck. He's a natural leader, but given his intelligence quotient, his only follower is Dale Dobson, 28, riding shotgun. The slower of the two. He's not exactly Prince Charming either, with disheveled hair, a goofy laugh, and an awkward smile. But once you get to know him, you'll see a heart of gold. Right now, he's clearly in the dumps. Sitting between them is Jangers, Dale's mangy dog.
Before you ever got a chance? It's been 3 years.
I was waiting for the right time.
She lived across the goddamn street. You pass by her house every day. You're hopeless, Dale. You know that? Hopeless.
I ain't like you, Tucker. I ain't no good at talking to girls. I get all nervous. I always end up saying something stupid.
You know what you got? An inferiority complex.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do. That girl probably thought about as much about you as you thought about her. She's probably crying her eyes out right now, wonder why you never talked to her.
I doubt that.
See, that's what I tell you this, buddy. Life's short, and you got to go after what you want, because it sure as hell ain't just going to fall into your lap.
Tucker takes another gulp of his beer. When a siren chirps out behind them, he jumps, dropping his beer in his lap.
Oh, shit.
He spots a police truck behind them and pulls over. The beer rolls down onto the floor, spraying everywhere.
Oh, here, let me help.
Dale picks up a rag off the floor and leans in, mopping up the beer. His hand slips, falling into the space between the door and the driver's seat. His sleeve catches the seat recliner bar.
Knock it off, Dale.
Tucker glances in the side mirror and sees the sheriff approaching.
Dale, what are you doing?
My hand's stuck.
Face down in Tucker's lap, Dale fights with all his might to free himself. The truck rocks under the force. Dale finally slips out of his shirt, sitting up quickly just as the sheriff reaches the window. He acts as cool as he can with no shirt on and with how the situation looks.
Howdy, officer. Beautiful day, ain't it?
The sheriff gives the two of them a hard, cold stare.
Glasses, please.
Tucker digs a crumpled paper from the console. He irons out the wrinkles by rubbing it against his chest, then proudly hands to the sheriff, who eyes it skeptically.
Lost my wallet a couple weeks ago, but new one's in the mail.
Where are you two headed?
Funny you should ask, because we got ourselves a vacation home out by Morris Lake. Sank every penny I had into it. Me and Dale here going to go fix up the place, maybe do some fishing. He's kind of been striking out with the ladies, so I figured some serious man time would do him some good.
The sheriff's eyes shift to Dale, still shirtless. Dale smiles. Then he looks back at Tucker, his eyes narrowing.
There ain't no fish in them mountains.
Well, that's why we brought the boat. Figured we'd try the lake.
Tucker laughs. Dale joins in. They immediately stop as the sheriff takes an ominous tone.
There ain't nothing up there but pain and suffering on a scale you can't even imagine.
Tucker and Dale glance at each other, then look back at him.
Oh, okay.
The sheriff relaxes and scribbles on his ticket pad, hands the ticket to Tucker.
I pulled you over because you have a broken turn signal. See you get it fixed.
Yes, sir. And thanks for the tip.
The sheriff walks back to his police truck and spins a U-turn. Tucker waves.
Man, that was tense.
Poor guy's jealous. Probably can't afford a place of his own.
Dale reaches into the back and grabs 2 fresh beers.
Here's to the good life.
It's a good life.
They toast. Tucker turns on his broken turn signal and pulls out. A horn blows. Brakes squeal.
Look out!
A black Suburban swerves around them, almost losing control, before recovering. Interior Suburban day. 9 college kids are crammed inside the Suburban. Polo shirts, fresh haircuts, good looks. These kids are a J. Crew catalog come to life. Chad, 22, the kind of guy that joins a fraternity because hazing is cool, rides shotgun. He's overly handsome, except for his slightly large front teeth.
Assholes!
Chuck, 20, the overweight nerd who doesn't seem to belong, slows way down as he grips the steering wheel tight.
Holy crap, that was close.
Chad looks out the window as Tucker and Dale speed past them. The college kids and the hillbillies exchange a long, disturbing stare with each other. Chloe, 19, blonde, beautiful, panophobic, afraid of everything, trembles as she lights a cigarette.
Did you see the way those guys looked at us?
We're in hillbilly country now, boys. Squeal like a pig.
Chad reaches over and twists Chuck's nipple.
Ow, stop.
Allison, 20, wears a baseball cap and a tank top. She's clearly the kind of girl that could care less about the way she looks, but she's all the more stunning because of it.
Chad, just because they're not Sigma Chi doesn't mean they're freaks.
Yes, it does. You're either Sigma Chi or you're a freak.
Jason, 21, African-American jock, high-fives Chad from the back seat.
Yeah, Chadster.
Sigma, Sigma, Chi, 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 Sigma, Chi, Chi, Chi.
Chuck mouths the words, trying to fit in, but he's off rhythm. Allison just rolls her eyes.
Great, I'm in a truck full of morons.
No, if we were morons, we wouldn't have thought to have brought this.
Mitch, 20, the pseudo-intellectual stoner, lights up a huge joint.
Okay, I stand corrected. You are a genius.
Thank you.
Todd, 20, skate poser, takes the joint from Mitch and adjusts his hat so it's perfectly crooked.
How far are we going anyway?
We go until we get there.
Mike, 20, blonde and athletic, calls out from the back.
The only question is, where is there?
Hey, I need to pee.
You'll have to hold it.
We passed a store a few miles ago.
Ooh, that. Piss in this bottle.
Fuck you.
I kind of gotta go pee now, too. Can we go back?
Sorry, ladies. There's no stopping. There's no going back. Not for anything.
Naomi, 19, African-American, gorgeous, smartass, yells out from the back.
Hey, guys! Guys!
The intensity of Naomi's voice stops everyone. Her lips tremble with fear as she realizes.
We're out of beer!
The kids all scream as the Suburban hits the brakes, slides to a stop, and turns around. Exterior, the Last Chance store, day. The last stop before entering Appalachian country, this store sells anything and everything. The Suburban backtracks down the road, parks. Tucker's truck is parked off to the side. The college kids pile out. A hillbilly kid stares at the college kids as he works the hand pump on an old water pump. The pump squeaks ominously. Allison makes eye contact with the kid. The kid smiles. His teeth are all black and rotted. Allison tries to hide her disgust as she steps back into the store. Interior, the Last Chance store, continuous. The store's clerk is at the counter checking out Tucker's rental tools.
Now you sure you got everything? Once you're out there, you're a long, long way from...
The bells on the door jingle as Allison and Chad enter. The clerk stops mid-sentence and stares at them. The two of them glance around the store. Animal heads mounted to the wall, chainsaws, knives, ropes, along with a couple of aisles of canned food and camping supplies.
Can I help you with something?
Where's your beer?
The beer's in the back.
Chad continues to the beer cooler in the back. The clerk looks to Tucker over his glasses.
You see the way them kids looked?
Tucker shrugs.
Read the list back to me just to be sure.
Alrighty, we got 3/4-inch nails, a hacksaw, nailing hooks, machete, a brush, cleaning scythe, and a wood chipper.
Allison's point of view. The store takes on a more ominous appearance. She glances at the hunting trophies on the wall. The floorboards creak. Allison walks along the aisle, looking at the items on a shelf. She sees a can of bug spray.
Hey, guys, do we have enough?
She turns around, but no one's there. She grabs the can. As she pulls it away, she notices a pair of eyes peering at her through the items on the shelf. They're the bloodshot and slightly demented eyes of Dale. Dale quickly picks up a jar of pickled eggs and pretends to inspect them. Allison moves on, but spots the hillbilly watching her again. Chloe grabs Allison's arm and she jumps.
It's just me. Let's get out of here. This place is creepy.
Allison glances back as Dale watches her leave.
Hey, Dale, we need anything else?
Lost in a daze, Dale walks to him with the pickled egg jar. Exterior, Last Chance store, day. Dale stuffs his hand into the pickled egg jar, pulls out an egg, and takes a bite. Tucker loads their tools into the truck, and Jangers the dog sits in the cab watching them. Across the parking lot, the college kids load up their beer cooler. Dale watches them.
Damn, Tucker. You ever seen anything like that?
What's so special about them? Just your average college girl.
Allison bends to pour the ice into the cooler.
Ain't nothing average about that.
You know something, Dale? She's just human. You should go over there and talk to her.
Talk to her? What would I say?
Heck, tell her you got a vacation home. That ought to impress her.
Are you out of your mind? Those are college girls. They probably grew up in vacation homes while guys like me fix their toilets.
You gotta believe in yourself, Dale. Girl can sniff out fear. Well, come on. You're a good-looking guy, more or less, and you got a damn good heart. Now get over there and talk to her. What's the worst that could happen?
Dale looks at Allison nervously as he lifts the last piece of gear, a brush-clearing scythe.
You know something? You're right. I'm gonna do it.
That's my boy. Now, whatever you do, just smile and laugh afterwards. It shows confidence.
He spruces up Dale's plaid collar and sends him off. College kid's point of view. Dale approaches absent-mindedly using the scythe as a walking stick. He walks up to them, stops, and has a panic attack. His lips quiver. His whole body seems to be shaking. He tries to form words, but they aren't coming out. Finally,
You girls, going camping?
he smiles and laughs, making him look even more demented. The girls are terrified. Chad jumps in front of them.
Oh, we don't want any trouble, man.
Chad spins his hands in some kind of jujitsu move.
Just back off, man.
The college kids quickly climb into the Suburban and it peels out, leaving Dale in the dust. He turns and looks back at Tucker. The blade of his scythe hangs over his head, making him look like the Grim Reaper.
Told you, Tucker. I'm 0 with the ladies.
Tucker shakes his head. Even Jangers seems disappointed. Exterior backwoods road day. Tucker's truck drives up a rugged dirt road, towing the rented wood chipper. The forest grows thicker around them. Exterior backwoods cabin day. The weighted down truck emerges from the dense forest with Tucker's property comes into view. It's overgrown with thorn bushes, dying trees, and that's not the worst part. The cabin looks like something straight out of a horror film. The paint has entirely worn away, much of the wood is rotted out, and the front door is boarded up with a "Keep Out" sign. Tucker and Dale slide out of the truck, awestruck.
Oh my God.
The men are speechless. Jangers whines her concern.
It's perfect. And they said it was a fixer-upper.
Yeah, come on, let's have a look inside.
Interior cabin, moments later. Prying is heard as the "Keep Out" sign is pulled free from the front door. A splinter of light cuts through the darkness. Tucker and Dale enter, sweeping away spiderwebs. A rat scurries in front of them.
A little dusty is all.
It's a mansion.
Tucker sees a long row of animal skulls and bone trinkets hanging from the ceiling.
Wow. Guy who lived here must have been some kind of archaeologist.
Yeah, he must have been one of them news junkies, too. Check it out. He bought newspaper wallpaper.
Dale points at the wall, plastered with old, yellowing newspaper clippings. Tucker walks over and takes a look. Smash cut into headlines. Memorial Day Massacre. 1 survivor. Disappeared. Raped and tortured.
Oh, shit. Buy 3, get 2 free at Arby's. No expiration date. Score!
Tucker rips down the newspaper clipping.
Hey, look.
Dale runs across the room, opens the door on a huge steel incinerator, and sticks his head in.
It's a pizza oven.
He tries the ignition switch, and an unnecessarily large flame ignites from within.
And it works, too.
Tucker takes in the place, proud of his new home.
Fully modernized.
Dale walks over to an old bookshelf and sees a stack of old, dusty board games.
I can't believe I'm standing here in my own vacation home. Dreams really can't come true.
Tucker slaps his hand against the vertical support beam. Creak, swoosh! A loose rafter beam swoops down at Tucker. He stands wide-eyed as the nail-spiked board swings at his head. Dale tackles Tucker, pulling him to the ground. The spiked beam comes to rest right where Tucker's head was.
I guess we should fix that.
Good idea.
You want to get off me now?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Exterior college kids campsite evening. Slow-mo. A hatchet flies through the air. Hits a tree trunk and bounces off. Chad reaches into his pant leg, quickly pulls out a knife and flings it. Thunk! It connects.
Yes!
The rest of the college kids are sitting around a campfire, smoking pot. Allison sits next to Naomi as she watches Chad.
What is his deal?
Chad? He's always been like that.
Like what?
Like he's getting ready for something.
Allison stares at Chad.
Hey, you guys want to hear a scary story?
Everyone turns to Chuck.
Okay, this is totally a true story. There were a pair of teenagers hooking up at Lover's Point. Then they hear a radio alert about a murderer on the loose with a hook for a hand.
Lame.
Man, that story's so old.
No, it happened to my cousins.
The kids pelt Chuck with empty beer cans. Chad walks over, grabs the joint out of Todd's hands, and takes a hit.
You guys want to hear a real scary story? Story that happened here, this fairy lake?
He exhales, then chases it with a hit of his asthma inhaler.
It happened 23 years ago to the day, the Memorial Day Massacre. A group of college kids came out here to have a good time, but they weren't the only ones in this here woods.
Flashback, exterior woods, night, 1987. A hit 1987 song blares from a car stereo as headlights illuminate a group of dancing college kids. The college kids wave glowing green light sticks in the air as they dance and grind with each other. The car door opens. A large hand wrapped in gauze presses eject on the tape deck. The music suddenly cuts off. The hand slides a different tape into the deck, and bluegrass music booms out. The kids stop dancing and turn to look. Stepping in front of the light is an oafish hillbilly in tattered clothes.
Hey, man, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, put that back on.
One of the freaks holds a 6-inch circular saw blade. He raises the blade, scratching his neck with it. Blood trickles down.
No, this is cool. I like this.
The hillbilly unleashes the blade. It spins through the air, smashing into the college kid's skull, right between the eyes. He falls down, dead. A girl screams. The college kids scream and scatter in all directions. A machete swings into the screaming girl's throat, stapling her to the tree, silencing her. The hillbilly leans in close to her, putting his finger to his lips. Shh. Cheryl, the girl from the opening, looks at the hillbilly and turns to run. The hillbilly takes off after her. Exterior college kids campsite, night, end flashback. The reflection of the fire continues to dance in Chad's eyes.
Only one person lived to tell the story. The rest just disappeared. Their bodies are buried beneath us.
The kids are scared speechless. Then Mike jumps up.
Right? Who is up for skinny dipping?
Exterior Morris Lake, night. A full moon rises over the evergreen peaks, reflecting in the still waters of the lake. Tucker and Dale are in a rowboat near the shore of the cove, drinking and fishing. They finish their beers at the same time and reach to the cooler for a new one. It's the last one.
You go ahead. That's okay.
See, that's why you're never going to get what you want. You never stick up for yourself.
Dale reaches for the last beer. Tucker slaps his hand away.
Don't even think about it.
Tucker cracks open the beer, takes a long gulp, followed by an equally long burp. Dale looks at the beer longingly. They hear someone splash into the water across the lake, followed by the shrieks and yelps of the college kids.
What's all that about?
They can barely make out one of the girls standing on a rock, taking her top off before jumping into the water.
Maybe we should go find out.
Oh, I don't know, Tucker. My guess is they'd rather not see us again.
Tucker starts paddling toward them, but Dale fights him by paddling the other way. The boat just spins in circles.
Knock it off!
Splashing draws their attention. A swimmer approaches.
Somebody's coming. Go back. Go back.
They quietly paddle the boat backward to the tall reeds. Allison swims about 15 feet from them, then stops.
Chloe?
She looks around. Nothing.
Come on, seriously, Chloe.
Suddenly, something yanks Allison underwater. She screams before disappearing underneath the surface.
Holy shit, what was that?
I don't know.
Allison emerges, choking for air. Chad appears, laughing.
Chad, you're such an asshole.
Come on, that was funny.
No, it wasn't.
Chad moves in close.
You know, could drop the act now.
What act?
Like you're better than everyone else?
I don't do that.
Yeah, you do. But that's okay. You are better than everyone else. You and I, Allie, we're cut from a different cloth. You know what I mean? What I'm saying is I'm glad we have this time to get to know each other.
He leans in and kisses her.
Chad, you're drunk.
So what? Everyone's drunk.
Chad.
He leans in to kiss her again, this time more forcefully.
Chad.
Oh, I love it when you say my name.
Just stop, okay?
You know something? You need to lighten up.
You need to sleep it off.
I invited you here because I thought you could use a break after finals. Maybe have some fun for a change. Guess I made a mistake.
He starts swimming toward the group, then turns back.
Hey, I'll race you back. First one there gets to keep your clothes.
Great.
Tucker and Dale watch as Allison swims in the other direction, toward a sloping rock ledge.
What a jerk.
Allison climbs up the rocky ledge, cautious of where she puts her bare feet. Dale politely puts his hand over his eyes. He glances through his fingers and sees Tucker taking in the view.
Tucker!
Allison hears the noise and turns to see the two dirt-covered hillbillies in a boat, staring up at her. Allison screams. Tucker and Dale scream.
Ah!
Allison's feet slip from under her and her head slams against a rock. She slides unconscious into the water.
Jesus, Dale! What the hell is the matter with you?
Me, what did I do?
When a hot little college girl is prancing naked in front of you, you don't call out my name.
Well, you were being a peeping Tom.
You're hopeless, Dale. You know that? Hopeless.
The two of them turn and notice Allison hasn't resurfaced. A beat as they look at each other. Then, the two of them jump into action, paddling toward the spot where she went under. Dale plugs his nose and leaps into the water like a kid that's just learning to swim. Tucker watches anxiously from the boat. There's no sign of either of them. Then, Dale resurfaces, gasping for air. Allison is in his arms.
Get her in the boat.
Tucker reaches out to grab Allison. Exterior Morris Lake, near rocks, night. Chuck and Naomi sprint through the forest, their flashlights cutting through the darkness.
Over here. It sounded like Allison.
They emerge from the forest on a small, rocky slope. Chuck shines his light down at the water. What they see will haunt them for the rest of their lives. The two hillbillies from the store have captured Allison. She lies unconscious in the middle of their boat. One of them hangs over her, kissing her, or worse. The other hillbilly stands up, waving at them.
Hey, we got your friend. Hey!
Oh God, they got Allison!
The two of them turn and run into the woods, screaming. Exterior Tucker's boat, continuous. Tucker watches as the kids scream and run away.
Hey! What the hell is the matter with them?
Dale is on his knees, giving her CPR. Allison spits up water and begins to breathe, but remains unconscious.
She's hurt real bad, Tucker. We got to get her back to the cabin.
Tucker nods, still confused about the college kids. Exterior college kids campsite, night. The other college kids are back at the campfire, drinking beer and laughing, when Chuck bursts out of the woods.
The hillbillies.
Chad has just finished drying off and pulls on his shirt.
What hillbillies?
The hillbillies from the store. They've captured Allison.
Chad grabs his hatchet and the group runs toward the lake. Exterior Morris Lake, night. The full moon reflects off the water in the rising mist. Chad and the college kids reach the shore just in time to see Tucker and Dale's boat disappear into the fog.
Allie!
Chad falls to his knees and his voice echoes in the darkness. Interior cabin, night. Allison lies under a stack of blankets on a cot, tossing and turning, sweating. She awakens and bolts upright.
No!
She looks around the cabin. The moonlight casts an eerie glow across the room. She touches her head and feels the bandage on it. A menacing growl catches her attention. Sitting by the foot of the bed, Jangers the dog devours a rat. The dog looks up at her, his face covered in blood as he bares his fangs. Footsteps approach. Allison looks up. Out of the shadows emerges an oafish ogre of a man. He steps into the moonlight. It's Dale, with a devilish grin on his face and steel chains in his hands.
Finally got me a girl of my own.
He tosses the chains at her. Interior cabin, morning. Allison bolts upright in the cot.
No.
Morning sunlight streams through the cabin and the birds are singing outside. She looks around the room, confused, scared, breathless from the dream. Sitting at the end of her bed is Jangers the dog, playfully licking a chew toy. She looks around what seems like an evil cabin. Old tools hanging from the walls, various animal skulls, the incinerator, and then she sees the newspaper articles. Still sitting on the cot, she slides over and begins reading the yellowing newspaper articles. 6 dead, many more missing, 1 survivor. Dale walks around the corner with a breakfast tray in his hands. He freezes when he sees her awake.
Oh, hi.
Allison turns in fear. Dale is equally terrified, but his fear comes out from desperately searching for something to say. Jangers interrupts the moment, climbs on the bed to inspect Allison, catching her off guard.
Get away.
Oh, that's just Jangers. She looks mean, but she's real nice. I made you some...
Dale steps toward her.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's the pancakes. I should have asked if you like pancakes. I'll make you something else.
Dale brushes away with the breakfast tray. Exterior woods, day. A flock of crows shriek and jump into flight.
Allison!
I don't understand. Where do you think they took her? Maybe they took her to the hospital.
You don't get it, do you? Chuck, tell him what you saw.
It was pretty dark, but one of them looked like he was eating her face off.
That's totally disgusting.
Naomi tries her cell phone.
Oh.
There is no signal.
Shit. Hey, guys, not to be too cliche, but shouldn't we go to the police?
And leave Allison with them?
If they already ate her, what difference does it make?
We don't need the police. We can handle this on our own.
Why don't I go? Yeah, it's my dad's truck and he told me not to let anyone else drive it. I'm the only one who's insured.
Fine. You want to go? Go.
Okay, I'll be back in a jiffy.
Chuck runs off into the forest, happy to be leaving.
That's such bullshit. Why does he get to go?
Chad shrugs. Jason calls out to them from the distance.
Guys, you better come take a look at this.
The others follow. As they do, they can make out the cabin through the trees. It looks like something from a nightmare.
What is this place? It's just a cabin. Doesn't mean they're psycho killers.
Oh, yeah? Then why don't you go up there and talk to them?
All right, maybe I will.
Mitch hesitates. The kids give him a look.
I said maybe.
Interior cabin kitchen, day. Dale scrapes eggs onto a plate, tenderly aligns bacon next to it, finishes the breakfast tray with coffee and flowers. The main room. Allison tries to get out of bed, recoils in pain and dizziness. Dale enters with the breakfast tray, silently sets it in front of her. Allison's confused gaze rises from the eggs to the fresh flowers to Dale's uncomfortable quest for words.
Please don't tell me you hate eggs.
What am I doing here?
Oh, you don't remember. Me and Tucker, Tucker and I, we brung you here last night.
Why?
Well, you were out swimming with your friends and your boyfriend was kind of a jerk and then he swam off and then you swam off and you climbed up on some rocks and you slipped and fell and banged your head and fell into the water. And I rescued you.
Allison takes this in. For a moment, she seems touched. Then...
We're spying on us?
But no, we were just out fishing, I swear. We didn't see, I didn't. Tucker might have.
Allison eyes Dale, suspicious.
And what happened to my friends?
Oh, they just ran off. Don't be too mad at them. Some people ain't too good in crisis. Anyway, we brought you back here figuring they'd come get you in the morning.
Allison notices the oversized, tattered clothes she's wearing. They're Dale's old work clothes.
I didn't have any girl clothes, sorry.
That's okay, I never had much fashion sense anyway.
Me neither.
Allison smirks at the obviousness. Dale nearly passes out from the minor success.
I'm real sorry about the mess.
Dale starts picking up around the cabin, a futile attempt.
Tucker just bought this place. I'm sure it don't look like much to such a high-class girl, but it's sort of a dream for us to have a vacation home.
Allison looks around at the decrepit cabin, skeptically.
This is your vacation home?
Like I said, I'm sure it ain't much to a girl like you. Anyway, I'll let you get some more rest. I didn't mean to bother you.
Dale turns to leave. Allison calls after him.
Hey, what's your name?
My name? Oh yeah, it's Dale.
I'm Allison, but my friends call me Allie.
Well, it is a pleasure to meet you, Allison. If you need anything, you just holler, okay?
He turns away again.
Hey, Dale, got anything to do around here?
You like board games?
Exterior woods, day. Mitch and Mike do rock, paper, scissors. Mitch loses again.
Aw, come on. 4 out of 5, 4 out of 7.
No way, dude. You lost.
Fine. Jesus, you guys are such pussies, including you, Chad.
Shut up, bitch.
Exterior cabin day. Tucker walks to his pickup and pulls out a chainsaw. Through the open door of the cabin, he sees Dale playing a board game with Allison. Tucker shakes his head and smiles.
Goddamn Romeo.
He yanks the starter cable on the saw. It doesn't start. Exterior cabin continuous. Mitch walks with trepidation down the rough path to the cabin. A chainsaw roars to life in the distance. He immediately turns and looks back at Chloe, who waves him on. Exterior cabin continuous. Tucker cuts into a branch with his chainsaw. A bee buzzes around him and he tries to shoo it away with his hand. Behind the branch, he's cutting a million bees climb in and out of their hive. Tucker doesn't notice them. Exterior cabin continuous. Mitch looks over at an old cow skull nailed to a post. A crow sits on top of it. With each step, the crow caws ominously. Mitch tries to trick the bird by pausing, but it caws as soon as he steps again. He starts to hyperventilate but continues forward. Exterior cabin continuous. The chainsaw blade cuts to the wood, sawdust spraying behind it. Tucker has a focused look on his face as he works. The saw slices through the branch and into the bee's nest. 100 bees immediately swarm around Tucker. He rears back, yelping and hollering, swinging the chainsaw in a frantic attempt to fight up the bees. Exterior cabin continuous. Mitch hears a wild, piercing scream. He stops, about to turn back, when he sees the most terrifying sight of his life. A psychotic hillbilly runs around the corner, flailing his chainsaw over his head and screaming. Mitch turns back to his friends.
Run for your lives!
The college kids scatter into the woods. Mitch turns and bolts toward the lake, running harder than he's ever run. Tucker screams in agony as the bees swarm around him, stinging him as he sprints for the water. Mitch turns, looks behind him. Tucker's gaining on him, chainsaw about to rip him to shreds. He screams. Then he looks over and he can't believe what he sees. Tucker running alongside him. They are side by side, looking at each other, both terrified. Then Tucker passes him. Boom! Mitch runs headlong into a pointed branch. He looks down at his chest. A gnarled piece of wood sticks clear through him. As the life drains from his body, he watches Tucker toss the chainsaw and dive into the lake. A bee lands on Mitch's nose. There's a moment of understanding before he fades away. Interior cabin day. Dice roll across the table. Dale moves his chip forward and Allison picks up a card.
Who was the 5th president of the United States?
Oh, that's too easy. James Monroe.
She flips the card over and reads the back.
Right again, you're killing me.
Sorry about that. I got this weird brain. I'm dumb as a stump, but I remember everything I ever heard.
That sounds a lot like smart to me.
Trust me, I'm stupid. I only made it past 3rd grade.
That doesn't mean anything. There's a difference between educated and intellect.
Dale is touched by her kindness, catches himself staring.
What is it you study in college?
I'm getting a bachelor's degree in psychology.
Oh, what kind of work would you do with that?
After I graduate, I don't know. I have these stupid dreams.
Dreams aren't stupid.
Well, I just think that so many problems in this world happen due to lack of communication, you know?
Dale nods in agreement.
I kind of always thought I could be a good therapist.
Allison leans back in her chair, resting against the deadly support beam. It creaks.
But don't!
My parents said the same thing.
Dale grabs Allison and yanks her away from the beam.
No, I think you can do anything you want to do. That beam's a bit rickety.
Bam! Front door flies open and Tucker stumbles in. His face is swollen and distorted by the bee stings.
Tucker, what the hell happened to you?
I sawed into a bee's nest.
Why?
I didn't do it on purpose, stupid. You were out there helping me. I might have avoided it.
Dale looks guilty.
Oh. You came out here to work, not sit around and play board games.
It was my fault. I suckered him into a game.
That's not true. It's my fault. Here, let me get those stingers out of your face, and then I'll help you with whatever you want.
Tucker looks around Dale to Allison.
I saw one of your friends out there in the woods. Ouch. Must have been allergic to bees or something because he was running like a bat out of hell.
I should probably go find them.
Well, no, you should get some rest. We'll go find your friends.
But I should.
No buts. You just relax. Tucker and Dale take care of it. Won't we, Tucker? Come on.
Tucker reluctantly gets up and follows Dale to the door.
Dale, be careful, okay? My friends can be a little judgmental.
Oh, that's okay. I'll let Tucker do the talking. He can win over just about anyone. He's a people person.
Tucker nods. His face looks horrendous. Exterior forest day. Dark red blood drips through the leaves of the tree Mitch is impaled on. His head is slumped over. He's clearly dead. The group of college kids stand around him, terrified.
Fucking killed him, man.
They left his body here as a message.
Yeah, stay the fuck out of our woods.
I can't believe this is happening.
Chloe's hands tremble as she attempts to use her phone again.
Will you quit it? Cell phones don't work out here.
Chad rips the cell phone out of her hands and throws it.
Thanks a lot, asshole.
We gotta get to the road. Try to catch a ride out of here.
We don't need a ride out of here. Don't you guys get it? This is what it's all about. It's us against them. Survival of the fittest.
Chad throws his hatchet. It flies through the air and connects with a tree trunk.
Yes!
You have a major problem. You know that?
They hear some voices rise in the distance.
Quick, someone's coming.
The kids scramble and hide. College kids' point of view. Through the foliage, they watch as Tucker and Dale approach. The hillbillies walk right past Mitch's body without noticing.
Tucker, you would have been proud of me. Smart little college girl, and I was beating the crap out of her.
Dale, you beat the crap out of everybody. There's something wrong with your brain.
I'll tell you what, when we get back, I'll finish her off, and then we can get back to work.
Naomi and Chad share a glance.
You're gonna kill her.
Tucker and Dale's point of view. Tucker and Dale look out into the bushes.
Hey, look, someone was just here.
Tucker points at Chad's hatchet wedged into the tree.
Hey, college kids! The college kids! Oh, that's just took off.
Why don't we leave them a note in case they come back?
With what?
Dale looks at the hatchet stuck in the tree.
This'll work.
Exterior woods day. The note is carved into the side of the tree with a hatchet. It reads, "We got your friend, try and get her." The hatchet is wedged into the tree as an exclamation mark. The college kids look at it, eyes wide with fear. They exchange a nervous look. Chad yanks the hatchet free. Exterior cabin later. A pickaxe swings down into the dirt. Dale is drenched in sweat as he digs out a 6-foot-long hole in the ground. Allison walks up behind him. Somehow, she's managed to take ownership of Dale's oversized clothes and looks gorgeous as ever.
Dale, did you find my friends?
Whoa.
What?
I mean, no, but we left them a note. I'm sure they'll come by soon.
Allison looks at the 6-foot-long hole in the ground.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm digging a shitter hole. I mean, a crapper hole for the outhouse.
Mind if I help?
Oh, no, this ain't no kind of work for a girl. Like,
She grabs the pickaxe as Dale empties his shovel and takes a mighty swing into the dirt.
I grew up on a farm. It was either help out or get out.
Allison continues swinging the pickaxe. Dale is frozen, unable to stop staring at her.
Well, are you going to help or are you just going to sit there like a bump on a log?
Dale snaps out of his trance and picks up his shovel. Exterior woods day. The college kids crawl along the bushes. Through the underbrush, they see Allison dressed in Dale's oversized clothes swinging a pickaxe into the ground. She looks like his prisoner forced into manual labor.
That sick fuck, he's making her dig her own grave.
You don't have much time. You guys got your weapons?
Todd's crafted a spear from a branch, sharpened at both ends. Mike struggles to open the blade on a small Swiss Army knife. Damn those things. He finally frees the blade, holds it up.
Set.
Exterior cabin, moments later. Dale grabs the pick and helps Allison climb from the hole. In the bushes, Chad sees what looks like Dale about to deliver a death blow to Allison. He stands and yells out.
No!
Dale notices Chad.
Oh, good, your friends are here.
Allison sees Todd running full sprint at Dale, spear in hand.
Todd?
Todd screams like a suicide bomber as he runs at them.
Ah!
Dale, look out!
Allison tackles Dale into the open hole in the ground. As they land, Allison hits her head on an exposed stone and is knocked out cold. As he charges, Todd's foot catches on a rock. He trips and falls onto his own spear. The sharpened wood is thrust through his body with a sickening sound. He topples head first into the hole, landing on top of Allison and Dale. His eyes bulge and blood runs from his mouth as he gasps his dying breath.
Ah! Ah!
He struggles to get the dead boy off of him. At the woodchipper, oblivious to what's happened, Tucker keeps on working. Mike runs at him, his nerves now turn to pure rage. He holds up his pocket knife, about to stab Tucker in the back of the head, when Tucker leans down for another branch. Mike stumbles, flying over Tucker's back, face first into the woodchipper. Chunks of brain and blood splatter across Tucker as he stands upright. Mike's legs twitch involuntarily as his body grinds to pieces. Tucker grabs hold and tries to pull him free, but Mike is ground in deeper. In the bushes, college girl's point of view, it looks like Tucker is jamming Mike into the woodchipper by the legs. The girls scream as Tucker yanks even harder on the woodchipper, accidentally turning it toward the bushes. Blood sprays out onto the wood, splattering Chloe. Interior cabin, day. The cabin door flies open. Dale holds Allison in his arms.
Come on, Allison, say something.
Dale gently lays her down. Tucker runs in, covered in blood.
Holy mother of God! Them college kids are out of their minds. I think they're trying to kill themselves. We gotta hide all the sharp objects around here.
Tucker runs through the cabin, putting away knives.
I think they're trying to kill her, too.
The men look at Allison, unconscious, innocent.
Think about it, Tucker. That's why they acted so funny after we saved her, because they wanted her dead.
Why the hell would they want her dead?
Maybe she knows something they don't want her to know.
Like what?
I don't know.
Well, you're lucky you don't, because if you did know, then they might want you dead too.
Yeah, good point. Maybe we should go to the police.
Go to the police? And say what?
Tell them what happened.
Oh, that's a good idea. We'll just tell them we were just sitting around, minding our own business, when some kid runs up and dives headfirst into our wood chipper.
Well, that's what happened.
It don't matter what happened. The only thing that matters is what looked like what happened. And what looked like what happened don't look pretty out here.
Dale turns and looks at the window, dripping with blood.
What the hell are we going to do?
Tucker paces. He looks at Allison and then at Dale.
We gotta clean up this mess.
Dale cringes at the thought. Exterior woods, day. Chloe's hands tremble as she lights a cigarette. She's covered in blood, can't stop crying.
You shouldn't smoke so much, Chloe. It's not good for you.
Fucking dying isn't good for you either, but that doesn't seem to stop anybody.
We never should have come out here. Whose stupid idea was this?
Chad?
They look at Chad. He's sharpening his hatchet with a stone.
Why did you bring us out here?
Guys are all such fucking pussies. You know that? I mean, few tiny murders and everyone just freaks out. But do you know how lucky you all are?
What are you talking about, man?
How many people do you think get the chance for something like this?
The chance to die?
The chance to live. To be free from people always telling what you can and can't do. There's no rules out here, Chloe. It's just us against them. And if you don't think you can handle that, then you maybe you deserve to die.
They all look at Chad, shocked. Suddenly, a distant noise.
You hear that?
They listen. It almost sounds like...
Chuck, you got the police. Come on, let's go.
The girls run toward the sound. Chad calls after them.
No, fuck the cops. The cops aren't gonna help us. Did you really do anything?
But they're gone. Exterior Appalachian Mountains, day. An overhead shot sweeping across the heavily forested mountains. In the distance, spreading along a small dirt road and kicking up a rooster tail of dust, is a police truck. Interior police truck, day. Chuck sits next to the sheriff. He looks over at Chuck, who seems agitated.
Now, don't you worry. I'm sure your friends are just fine. It was all probably just a little misunderstanding, that's all.
Look out!
The sheriff swerves around Chloe, who is covered in blood and running down the middle of the road. Exterior road continuous. The truck slides to a stop, and Chloe throws herself onto the hood, screaming and crying.
Help us, help!
Chloe?
They're dead.
Whoa, hey now. Slow down there.
They killed them.
The rest of the kids emerge from the woods, except for Chad. He's nowhere to be seen.
Okay, stay calm. Why don't you kids climb in the back seat? We'll have a look.
Chad is in the bushes at the side of the road.
Fox.
He can only watch as his friends pile into the back of the police truck. Interior cabin, day. Tucker and Dale pull on Mike's legs, trying to dislodge his head from the wood chipper. It's a gooey, congealed mess.
I don't think I have the stomach for this.
Yeah, he's really jammed in there, huh? The store better not charge me for that. All right, on three.
All right.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
The two of them pull as hard as they can, yanking Mike's body out of the wood chipper. The upper portion of his body is a headless mass of blood, bones, and bodily fluids. The body splats down on top of Dale.
Oh, get him off! Get him off!
Tucker pulls Mike's body off of Dale. Dale stands.
All right, now grab a leg and let's pull him over to the truck.
The two of them begin dragging the headless body when the sound of car tires on the gravel grabs their attention. The sheriff's truck comes to a stop in plain sight of them.
Oh, shit.
Tucker and Dale stand stock still, each of them holding a leg of a headless college kid. They turn and look at the police vehicle like a couple of deer caught in the headlights.
Let me do the talking.
Good idea.
Interior police SUV continuous. The sheriff and the kids spot Tucker and Dale each holding a foot of Mike's headless body.
You kids stay put. I'll handle this.
He exits the vehicle, taking the keys with him. Exterior cabin continuous. The sheriff slams the door and walks toward Tucker and Dale.
It's good to see you again, officer. Boy, we have had a doozy of a day.
Tucker drops Mike's leg. It falls with a thud.
Real doozy.
The sheriff stares at them, caught in a moment of disbelief.
Now you'll never believe it, but there we were, just hanging out, minding our own business, working on some improvements to my new home here, when all of a sudden these kids just start killing themselves all over the property here.
This one dove headfirst right into the wood chipper.
Yeah, there's another one over there that done shoved a spear straight through his gullet.
Straight through.
I don't know if you've ever been through anything like that, but we were scared shitless.
Shitless.
The sheriff pops open the button on his gun belt and shakes his head, spitting tobacco on the ground.
Gotta think I'm some kind of a moron to believe that story.
Oh, no, sir.
No, sir, not a moron.
Interior police SUV continuous. The kids watch the sheriff talk to the hillbillies.
What's he doing? Why the fuck doesn't he arrest them?
Exterior cabin continuous. The sheriff looks down at Mike's headless body.
Now let me get this straight, because I'm having a hard time understanding something. You two were just working, minding your own business, when this kid ran up and stuffed his head into that wood chipper.
That is a fact, sir, yes.
Dale nods along.
And I think they wanted to kill the girl, too.
Tucker shoots Dale a look, trying to get him to shut up.
What girl?
The girl we saved from drowning.
Now where's she?
Oh, she's inside. She could explain everything if she weren't unconscious.
Tucker shakes his head. They're screwed.
You got another one inside, and you say she's unconscious?
Tucker and Dale are silent.
Well, you better show me what you done to her.
They head for the cabin. Tucker punches Dale's arm.
What?
Tucker just gives him a dirty look. Interior police SUV continuous. The kids watch as the sheriff heads for the cabin.
Where's he going?
Oh, no, don't go in there.
The kids pound on the windows, trying to get the sheriff's attention. It's no use. They disappear inside the cabin. Interior cabin day. Allison lies peacefully on her cot. The sheriff opens her eyelids and shines a flashlight in her eye. Her pupil constricts.
Well, her eyes are still equal and she's reactive to light. At least she's not brain dead.
Oh, thank God.
The sheriff just shakes his head.
I told you boys, just stay away from this place, but you didn't listen, did you? Now you're looking at least 2 counts of voluntary manslaughter, but you'd be lucky to get that. Most likely you two are going to get the chair.
What kind of chair?
The death chair.
Oh.
Of course, if she really can corroborate your story, who knows? I guess you got a lot riding on her coming out of this coma, if you're telling the truth, that is.
Come on, Sheriff. Do we look like a couple of psycho killers to you?
Well, it's hard to say. Looks can be deceiving.
The sheriff steps to the support beam in the middle of the room and leans against it.
No!
The support beam is immediately knocked loose, which in turn knocks loose the rafter beam. It swings through the air, nails pointed outward. The sheriff's eyes go wide. Splat! The beam connects with his head, sending him flying backwards. Exterior cabin continuous. The sheriff flies out the front door, his skull partially smashed in. Tucker and Dale come running out, screaming. Interior police SUV continuous. The college kids watch from the police car, freaking out. Exterior cabin continuous. In his dying throes, the sheriff manages to get up and stumble toward the SUV. He walks all the way to the front door and opens it. Interior police SUV continuous. Chuck screams at the sight of the bloody, dying sheriff. The sheriff lifts the radio, is about to speak when he collapses, ripping the CB cord from the radio in the process.
They fucking killed him.
Jason tries for the doors. They're locked and a metal grate separates them from the front seat. Jason kicks at the grate.
I lost it.
Jason?
Sorry, I lost my spot. Unlock the doors, Chuck! Unlock the fucking doors!
Get the gun, Chuck.
Chuck finally snaps out of it and looks down at the dead cop. His gun is in its holster. Exterior cabin continuous. Tucker and Dale are even more scared.
Told you we should have fixed that beam.
Maybe if you hadn't been playing games with that girl, we could have got to it.
Chuck stands outside the police truck with the sheriff's gun in his trembling hands. He points it at Tucker and Dale.
Fuck you, motherfuckers!
Tucker and Dale turn to see Chuck, pistol in hand. Their eyes go wide as Chuck pulls the trigger. Nothing.
Oh, you gotta take the safety off there.
Tucker shoots Dale a look.
Oh, sorry.
Chuck turns the gun around, trying to figure it out.
No, don't do that.
Blam! The gun goes off, shooting Chuck in the head and spraying blood all over the window of the police truck.
Holy shit, you kids have got to start being more careful.
Suddenly, Chad runs out of the bushes and grabs the gun.
Look out!
He pulls Dale inside the cabin door as a gun blast tears a hole in the wall. Interior cabin continuous. Tucker and Dale dive to the ground. Tucker pushes the door shut with his foot as wood splinters fly around them.
Oh, you know something, Dale? None of this would have happened if you weren't such a goddamn good Samaritan. Ooh, she's drowning. Let's do something. You know, help, Tucker, help.
Hey, I ain't the one that wanted to go fishing in the first place. I don't even like fishing.
You don't even like fishing?
I like it okay. I'm sorry. Did I hurt your feelings?
Kind of.
A new volley of gunshots rip through the cabin walls.
Jesus!
The gunshots stop. Tucker and Dale exchange a look, trying to figure out what's happening. A dog yelps outside.
Hey, Tucker, where's Jangers?
Hey, hillbillies! It's your move!
Dale peers out the window. He sees Jangers tied to a tree, Chad's pistol pointed at his head. Jangers whines.
Those kids got my dog, Tucker.
Shit!
We gotta do something.
Tucker thinks for a moment.
Bring that nail gun in here?
Yeah, why?
Interior cabin moments later. Quick shots. Tucker fires up the air compressor and turns up the PSI all the way. He attaches the nail gun to the hose. He loads a clip of nails into it. He thrusts the nail gun into Dale's hands.
Cover me.
I ain't never shot at nobody before.
Just think of them as moving 2x4s if it helps.
Dale pulls the trigger and a nail whizzes past Tucker's head and lodges into the wood beams.
Whoa!
He pushes the nail gun away from him.
Sorry.
I'm going to sneak out the back door. You try to create a distraction.
Tucker heads for the back of the cabin.
And try not shoot me, okay?
Dale nods and turns to the window. Exterior cabin, moments later. The kids watch, wait for some sign of response.
Fuck is taking so long?
Suddenly, Dale breaks out of the window with a nail gun.
Hey, college kids, you want some of this?
Dale pulls the trigger and nails fly at the police SUV. The nails strike, shattering the windshield, hitting the radiator and blowing out the tires. By the time Dale stops, the truck is almost completely destroyed. The kids hide behind the SUV, narrowly missing flying nails. In the bushes, Tucker moves through the underbrush, out of sight of the college kids. He sees the dog tied to the tree. Dale is screaming and hollering from the cabin, nail gun blazing.
Oh, you like that? You like that? Well, there's plenty more where that came from. Goddamn freaky college kids!
Chad rises and unleashes a volley of gun blasts. Bam, bam, bam! Click.
Shit!
Chad ducks down as Dale reappears in the window, firing nails all over the place, screaming like Rambo.
Jesus, Dale, cool out.
He continues to creep along with the college kids. As Dale drops out of sight, Chad steps forward, pretending like he's not out of bullets.
Hey, hillbilly! You shoot at us again, and your dog's dead.
No response.
Now, bring out the girl.
No response.
Okay, then. We're gonna kill your dog!
Dale pokes his head out the window, looks like he's crying.
You kill my dog, I swear to God, I'm gonna get really mad.
Then bring out the girl.
In the bushes, Tucker takes a deep breath and makes his decision. Now or never.
You owe me big time for this one, buddy.
He gets up and sprints toward the dog. Tucker gets to Jangers. He tries to untie the rope, then realizes he can just slip it over his head.
Go home, Jangers.
Jangers turns and runs straight to the woods.
No, wrong way, shithead.
The college kids turn around. Tucker's just standing there.
Hi, how you doing? Might a nice day for a run, didn't it?
He turns and sprints into the woods. The kids run after him. Exterior woods day. Tucker runs through the woods, branches slapping against his chest, legs, face. He looks over his shoulder and sees the college kids running toward him relentlessly. He trips, falls on his face. Chad's already there. Tucker crawls backwards, hopelessly trying to escape.
No, please, no!
Chad punches Tucker in the face. Cut to black. Exterior woods, night. At first, everything is a blur. Then things start to come into focus. A fog is rolled in through the trees. Tucker raises his head and takes in the situation. He's wrapped up in a volleyball net strung up between two trees about 8 feet up. Beneath him, the college kids are covering up some kind of trap with leaves and branches. Naomi?
Sorry. Okay, are we done yet?
Just a little more.
They throw more dirt over the pit. Jason notices Tucker.
Hey, he's awake.
What in the hell is the matter with you kids?
What's the matter with us? Lower him.
Jason walks over to the tree and loosens the volleyball net, lowering Tucker to the ground. Chad looks him in the eye.
Never stood so close to pure evil before. Kind of stinks.
Tucker smells his armpit and shrugs.
They say it's 24-hour protection. I don't know.
Chad holds his hatchet up to Tucker's face.
Whoa, listen, look, I know you kids are having fun and all, but I'm not really so much of a thrill seeker. You know.
I'm for payback, hillbilly.
Chad moves the blade toward Tucker's hand, grabs a finger.
No, but hey, tell you what. Look, let me go, and I'll tell you where to get my cooler. I got at least 10 or 15 beers in there. They're yours.
This is for Mike.
Well, hey, no, come on, man. That's not so.
Chad raises the hatchet, brings it down. Blood splatters across his face. Tucker screams out in pain. Exterior woods, continuous. Tucker's screams echo through the foggy woods, shattering the eerie calm.
Ow!
Interior cabin, night. Dale uses a warm rag to wipe the blood and dirt off Allison's face. She has a newer and bigger bandage on her forehead. She opens her eyes and looks over to Dale.
Dale?
Allison, how are you feeling?
I feel fuzzy. What happened?
Well, I can't really...
Dale just starts sobbing. It all comes pouring out. She pats him on the back.
Oh, God, it was awful. I'm sorry. I'm so embarrassed.
It's okay. Sometimes it's good to cry.
I was so scared.
There, just let it out.
Finally, Dale starts to breathe.
Okay, now tell me what happened.
Dale shakes his head, wondering where to begin. Well, it's kind of hard to say. Your friends, do some of them take medication?
Why?
Because I think they forgot to take it.
Where are they?
Allison sits up.
Where are they at?
Oh, they're somewhere out there trying to kill my best friend and my dog.
Dale, what is going on?
The truth is, it don't make no sense at all. It's like they all just went postal or something.
The last thing I remember, I saw Chad, and then Todd was running toward, oh my God.
First I thought they were trying to kill you, but then they started killing themselves, and then they tried to kill us. Then they went after Jangers. I guess they just like killing.
Dale, I think there has to be some sort of mistake. My friends would never hurt anyone.
Thump. Dale jumps at the knock on the door, followed by footsteps running away from the cabin. Dale quickly crawls underneath the table, hiding.
Jesus, they're coming back after us. They're not going to stop till we're all dead.
Dale, it's okay. Nobody wants to hurt you. Die, hillbilly.
Sure sounds like someone does.
Just relax. I'm going to go talk to them.
Allison gets up and cautiously walks toward the front door.
Don't worry. This is all just a big misunderstanding, and we'll clear it right up.
She opens the door and steps out. Exterior cabin, night. Allison stands in the doorway and looks at the dimly lit police truck, or at the dimly lit woods. Thick fog rolls through, but she can clearly make out the police truck. Chuck with his head blown off, the dead sheriff, the blood everywhere. She can also see Mike's headless body. She grabs onto the railing of the porch to keep herself from fainting.
Oh my God.
She looks back at the cabin, for a moment wondering if Dale could have done this. Then she glances down at her feet. Blood-soaked bundle of cloth lies on the ground.
Chad, Chloe, are you guys out there?
There's no response. She picks up the blood-soaked rag. Interior cabin, night. Allison slams the door behind her and gags, trying to recover from the horrendous sight. Dale leans from underneath the table.
Did you see them?
She shakes her head. Dale looks at the bloody rag that Allison holds in her hand.
That's from Tucker's shirt.
He grabs it, slowly unfolds the bloody plaid cloth bundle. Allison screams and Dale jerks back. Inside the bundle lies 3 bloody, severed fingers. Tucker's fingers.
Oh God, they cut off his bowling fingers.
Allison is horrified. She sees a small slip of bloody paper next to the fingers. She reaches down and picks up the note.
Now we got your friend trying to get him. How long was I out for?
A few hours.
I don't understand how.
Dale gets up, walks to the wall, grabs an old rusted machete.
I gotta go help Tucker.
Now wait a minute, we can't escalate things.
Escalate things.
Just stop and think about this for a minute, okay? They must have thought you were trying to hurt me.
I was trying to harm you? They're the ones running around killing themselves and cutting people's fingers off.
But they wouldn't have done that unless they thought I was in danger.
And why would they think that?
Allison looks away, embarrassed.
I don't know.
I think maybe you do know.
When we first saw you at the store, we thought you looked kind of creepy.
I was nervous.
Yeah, I know that now, but at the time...
You thought I was some kind of freak.
A look of guilt crosses Allison's face.
It wasn't you, it was us. We misjudged you.
He takes us in and heads for the door.
I'm sorry, Dale.
Don't be sorry. It's my fault. Should have known if a guy like me talked to a girl like you, somebody'd end up dead.
Dale.
Oh, if you see your friends, tell them I never wanted to hurt nobody.
He closes the door behind him. Allison looks worried. Exterior woods, night. The fog has grown thick. The shadows have grown darker, and the sounds of the forest louder. Dale walks holding his machete tight, his silhouette backlit by the moonlight. He walks through the woods, pushing tree branches back. His breath is short, broken by fear.
Tucker? Tucker, you out there?
Dale pushes through some branches. He looks down and sees something lying on the ground before him. He bends and grabs it. It's Janger's collar.
Jangers! Jangers!
There's a pool of wet blood beneath him.
Oh no.
He stands up and bumps into the distorted face of Mitch. Dale screams and falls backwards, looks up at the dead kid.
Goddamn stupid college kids. Why can't you go kill each other at school where you're supposed to?
Dale pulls himself up and begins walking.
Tucker!
In the distance, he hears a strained voice call out, eerily.
Dale!
Dale begins running through the forest, trying to find him.
Tucker?
Dale!
I'm coming, buddy.
Dale runs as fast as he can, branches slapping against him. In the distance, he sees a figure strung up between 2 trees. It's an eerie sight in the mist.
Tucker?
Tucker looks up at Dale. His face is severely swollen from the bee stings. He still has blood on him from the wood chipper incident. In his hand is a bleeding mess. Dale runs toward him.
Stop, it's a trap!
Dale stops, but it's too late. The ground gives way and Dale falls, but only up to his chest. The soil shakes free around him, revealing a thatched roof to some kind of death pit. Dale screams and grabs at the sticks, trying to pull himself free, but they all come loose.
Oh God, I don't want to die. I don't want it.
He drops out of sight. Tucker watches in disbelief.
Dale!
Interior pit, night. Dale sits at the bottom of the pit. There are about 20 hand-carved spears pointed upward. He looks to his groin. A spear has cut through his pants, right between his legs. He shakes in fear as he slowly reaches out and touches himself down there. He smiles. Exterior woods, night. Tucker strains against the bonds.
Dale! Dale!
A hand reaches over the edge of the hole, then another hand holding a machete. Tired, dirty, and mad, Dale pulls himself up over the lip of the death pit.
Are you okay?
This is the only time you'll ever hear me say this. I'm glad I ain't hung like a bear. Now let's get you down from there.
Dale walks up to the rope.
No, wait!
Dale swings his machete into the rope. The line suddenly gives way, sending Tucker crashing down to the ground.
Oh, God.
Sorry about that.
Oh, I hate this vacation.
Exterior cabin night. In the moonlight, the cabin looks like it has a life of its own. A single kerosene lamp flickers inside. College kids sneak toward the cabin. Interior cabin, downstairs bedroom, night. The window slowly lifts. Chad and the girls climb through. Where Tucker and Dale saw nothing but beauty, these kids see only horror and terror. The room looks like a dungeon.
Look at this place.
Chad looks around, an odd smile spreading across his face.
This is where evil lives.
Let's just hope Allison's still alive.
Chad walks up to the wall and looks at an old necklace with a cross on it hanging from a string covered in cobwebs. He reaches up and touches it with an odd reverence.
Chad, come on.
Chad grabs the necklace and follows Naomi. Interior cabin night. Allison throws another log onto the wood stove and puts a tea kettle on top of it. The floorboards behind her creak. Whispering voices rise.
Allison.
Allison.
She looks around scared. The whispers surround her.
Allison.
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 The voices start to sound familiar. She turns and sees Chad, holding the bloody hatchet, poking his head out of the bedroom, whispering at her.
Allison.
Chad? What the hell are you guys doing?
We're saving you, stupid. Now come on, let's go.
Why are you whispering? Nobody's here.
Oh.
Chad and Naomi stand and walk into the room.
Place is really freaky.
What have they done to you, Allie?
They haven't done anything to me, Chad. There's been some sort of terrible misunderstanding.
Chad picks up a gasoline can in the corner and starts pouring it all over the floors and walls.
We have to burn this place to the ground. Destroy it completely.
Stop!
No.
We can't do that. This is their vacation home.
Chad and Naomi look at Allison, confused.
You guys have to listen to me. Tucker and Dale didn't mean to hurt anyone. They're really nice.
Chad tosses the gas can, and a wave of hostility passes over him as he glares at Allison.
You have no idea what this is all about, do you, Allie?
She shakes her head. He runs a finger across her face.
These freaks are evil, and they deserve everything that's coming to them.
But Tucker and Dale aren't evil.
Don't tell me who isn't evil!
Okay, relax. I'm just trying to explain that this has all been a terrible misunderstanding. Tucker and Dale have been nothing but gentlemen, while you guys have been running around terrorizing them.
But they started this.
I'm doing what? Saving my life?
Chad and Naomi look at each other, confused.
Wait a minute. I remember reading about this in my sociology class. It's called Stockholm Syndrome, when someone who's been kidnapped ends up falling in love with their kidnapper.
Chad suddenly turns on Allison, enraged.
Falling in love with him?
No, what? Chad, I'm trying to explain.
Tell me you're not in love with that freak, Allison.
Chad moves toward her, gripping his hatchet like a weapon. Allison shakes her head, afraid.
How could you love him?
Chad, please, you don't understand.
He backs her up against the wall.
Are you or are you not in love with him?
What is the matter with you?
Chad shoves her back, pinning her against the wall by her throat. She struggles to breathe. Naomi watches, unsure of what to do.
Tell me!
The door flies open. Dale stands in the doorway, muddy, covered in bloodstains, with the machete in his hand. Tucker, looking even worse, leans at his side.
Let the girl go.
Chad hesitates, then releases her. Allison keels over, coughing.
You okay, Allie?
She nods, catches her breath. Chad glances from her to Dale.
Allie? Did he just call you Allie?
Chad steps forward, ready for a fight.
Wait! Everybody just stop for a second and let's talk this out. Nobody wants to hurt anybody.
Tucker holds up his bloody hand.
Could have fooled me.
Fuck off, hillbilly.
Wait!
They all eye each other mistrustfully. Chad and Dale are seconds from going full tilt. The tension crescendos as the tea kettle whistles loudly.
How about I make some tea, and we sit down and talk things out.
Everyone looks at her like she's crazy. Allison pulls out a seat from each of them at the table.
Chad, sit here.
Chad hesitates, but sits down, pissed off.
Dale, you sit here.
Dale hesitates too, but grudgingly sits opposite Chad. Covered in blood, sweat, and dirt, they stare at each other down across the table. Chad grips his hatchet tight. Dale grips his machete. Allison pours tea for them.
This isn't chamomile, is it? I hate chamomile. Fucks with my asthma.
It's Earl Grey.
I love Earl Grey.
Dale and Chad take sips while they stare each other down.
Okay, here's what we're going to do. I want each of you to explain their side of the story. As you're listening to the other person, I want you to imagine that you're in their shoes, okay?
Okay.
Now, it's important that we communicate our feelings and understand each other's perspective before any progress can be made. Chad, why don't you start?
Where should I fucking begin?
Wherever you'd like.
Chad stares down Dale. When he finally speaks, his voice is dark and hollow.
A long time ago, before I was born.
Okay, maybe not that far back.
This is important. You see, my parents were attacked by hillbillies. Like him.
Everyone turns and looks at Chad, shocked.
It was 20 years ago. The Memorial Day Massacre.
Exterior woods, day, flashback. Blinding light punctuated with a scream. A saw rips through flesh.
They brutally murdered everyone. Just for fun.
Cheryl, Chad's mom, tries to run away but slams right into the chest of a hillbilly. She turns to run the other way, but a second hillbilly picks her up and throws her over his shoulder.
My mother didn't even know she was pregnant with me yet. But they captured her.
Interior cabin, day, flashback. The hillbilly freaks toss Cheryl into the cabin. His dad is on the floor, a rag stuffed into his mouth. He looks up at Cheryl with horror in his eyes.
And they tortured her.
An iron cross necklace is dangling over a candle. They take the necklace and press it against his mother's neck. It sears a scar into her neck.
My father was helpless.
His arms are bound behind his back, but he can't move.
But my mom outsmarted them.
Cheryl stabs a screwdriver into the hillbilly's leg and runs out of the cabin.
And escaped. My father wasn't so lucky.
They slam the pizza oven incinerator door. Chad's father's hands grab hold of the iron bars as the flames engulf him.
His body was never found.
Interior cabin, night. End flashback. Pulling out of Chad's eye, the flames slowly recede. Chad's voice is hollow and divorced from all emotion.
By the time I was born, my mother was already institutionalized, and I grew up hearing that story from my grandmother.
Everyone stares at Chad, speechless. Allison searches for something to say, but she's clearly in over her head.
Okay, thank you for sharing with us, Chad. Dale, do you have anything to say?
Dale is speechless. Exterior woods, night. The cabin lights glow in the distance. Jason and Chloe make their way under the cover of darkness.
No, I'm not going in there.
Chad said if they were gone more than 15 minutes, come in. Guns blazing.
You don't even have a gun.
Damn it, don't argue with me, woman.
Chloe makes a face behind him as he moves on. Jason looks about, notices a weed whacker resting nearby. Interior cabin, night. Everyone is still lingering on Chad's story. Allison continues to moderate the peace settlement.
Dale?
Well, first off, I'm real sorry about your parents getting massacred and all.
Allison nods her approval.
But I gotta say, I didn't have nothing to do with it. I would have been like 6 years old.
Chad looks up at Dale and takes a hit off his asthma inhaler.
It may not have been you, but it was definitely your kind.
Not kind. I don't even like hurting fish.
That's true. He doesn't even like fishing. I know, I was surprised too.
Okay, now that you've expressed your points of view, how do we feel?
Dale takes a deep breath and lets out the tension.
Better. I feel better. Thanks.
Great, now let's just shake hands and we can...
The door flies open and Jason charges in, the weed whacker raised high and spinning string screaming through the air.
It's showtime, freaks!
No, Jason!
He runs straight for Tucker, but Tucker's already off balance and falls out of Jason's path. Moving too fast to stop, Jason turns a weed whacker and stumbles into Naomi. The spinning string rips into her face. Blood splatters onto Chloe and she screams. Chad takes advantage of the moment. He flips the table and jumps at Dale, swinging his hatchet down at him. The blade misses and digs into the table near Dale's face. He raises the hatchet again.
This is for my dad!
Allison grabs Chad's hand.
Chad, you have to stop this.
Chad backhands her. Dale is enraged.
All right, that's it. There's only so much Dale Dobson's gonna take.
Chad picks up the machete and the hatchet and spins them in his hands like a martial arts master. Dale hesitates.
Don't make me come over there.
Jason recovers from the horror of killing Naomi and turns.
Damn it!
He raises a weed whacker over his head to strike again. Tucker's still dazed and unable to move as Jason approaches.
No!
Chad picks up the kerosene lantern off the counter.
Go to hell where you belong, freak!
He tosses the lantern at Dale, but Dale ducks. Crash! The lantern shatters into Jason's face, and he's about to strike Tucker with the weed whacker. He drops the weapon and screams as his body is engulfed with fire. Chloe quickly grabs a can of liquid.
No, not that one.
Chloe tosses the liquid onto Jason, and he suddenly erupts into a fireball. Chloe looks at the can, and it reads, paint thinner.
Shit!
Jason reaches for her help, embracing her into a fiery hug. Chloe is quickly consumed, becoming a second flaming torch. Everyone freezes, mouths agape, overwhelmed by the sight of two burning kids running about. Everything they touch catches fire. The counters, the doorway, the curtains.
Hey, that's not cool.
Chloe stumbles into a few more cans of paint thinner, igniting them on fire, then collapses next to several fuel tanks.
I knew I should have moved those. Run for it!
Dale grabs Allison and follows Tucker for the door. Chad reaches for them, but Naomi grabs his leg. Chad turns and looks at her. She's hardly more than a living skull.
Help me.
Get off me, you nasty bitch!
He kicks at her, trying to free himself. Exterior cabin night. Tucker, Dale, and Allison burst from the cabin just in time. It suddenly erupts into a ball of fire as the gasoline ignites. The blast knocks the trio to the ground. They slowly pick themselves up, disoriented. The fiery timbers of the cabin collapse inward.
My cabin.
Tucker is devastated as his dream goes up in flames. The three of them can do nothing, only watch the burning timbers of his cabin. We dolly across the three forlorn faces.
Jesus.
Damn.
Fuck.
Something moves inside the flaming wreckage.
Oh my God.
Rising out of the smoldering debris and ashes is a demented-looking figure, partially burned from the fire, wheezing as his seared lungs fight for air. It's a demonized Chad. Sparks fall around him as he throws the burning beam aside, and he takes a hit off his partially melted inhaler.
Them college kids are tough.
Get to the truck now!
The trio scrambles for the beat-up old Chevy. Chad steps from the blazing ruins of the cabin. His polo shirt is torn and smoldering. His skin is charred and disfigured. Smoke rises from his hair. Interior truck continuous. Dale and Allison help Tucker into the truck and then jump inside. Dale cranks the ignition, but it only whirs and whirs, refusing to catch.
Come on.
Allison looks out the back window.
Hurry, Dale, he's coming.
Dale pumps the gas and turns the key. Click, click, click.
What are you doing? You're gonna flood it.
You want to drive?
Guys.
Exterior truck continuous. Chad limps toward the truck, closing ground quickly. Interior truck continuous. Tucker's had enough.
Here.
Tucker leans over and turns the keys with his good hand. The ignition catches. Dale floors it. But it's in reverse. Exterior truck continuous. The truck roars backwards and slams right into Chad. Interior truck continuous. Allison screams as Chad is knocked from sight. Dale slips the truck into first, and the truck peels away. Exterior forest road night. The truck shoots out onto the forest road. The glowing blaze of the cabin lights the woods behind them as they race into the darkness. Only one of the truck's headlights illuminates the way. Interior truck continuous. Allison sits between Tucker and Dale, crying as they speed off down the dirt road. Dale drives, frantically.
This is all my fault. This all happened because of me.
No, that's not true. Don't be so hard on yourself.
Hell, you were unconscious half the time.
I'm a terrible therapist.
Oh, no, don't say that. That's not true. I feel like I could talk to you about anything.
Really?
Sure.
Allison sniffles, feeling better. The truck hits a rough patch of road and it skids around the corner.
Easy, Dale. This truck's the only thing I got left.
Dale continues talking to Allison.
For instance, I'd probably have a hard time telling Tucker this, but I feel like I can tell you.
Go ahead.
We ain't got no brakes.
What?
See, he takes everything so personal.
Dale cranks the wheel as they speed around the corner. Ahead of them, the road declines to a steep hill.
Hang on!
Everyone grabs hold of the dashboard. Exterior, dirt road continuous. The truck flies down the hill out of control, going faster and faster. It slides sideways, but Dale's able to keep it on the road. Truck slows as they head up a short hill. Interior truck continuous. The group relaxes.
Oh, that wasn't so bad now, was it?
But as they come over the hill, the lights shine down, revealing an even longer downhill run. It's like the top of a roller coaster. They creep over the edge, but the descent is swift. They all scream. Exterior road, continuous. The truck barrels down the road out of control. It hits a bump and flies into the air, crashing down just before a sharp right turn. It careens around the corner and then comes into a straightaway. Interior Tucker's truck, continuous. Everyone hoots with excitement, amazed they're still alive.
Nice driving, Dale.
It's like Jeff Gordon there.
Who's that?
They both look at her like she's insane. Bam! A figure slams into the windshield. A smoldering, creepy-looking, demented figure. Chad.
Ah!
Chad pounds at the window with his fist.
Hey, get off my truck.
Chad, I know you're really upset, but you have to let it go.
Yeah, let go!
Dale flicks on the windshield wipers. They swing back and forth, slapping Chad in the face. Chad grabs the wiper blades and rips them from the truck.
Oh, come on, man.
Dale cranks the wheel back and forth, trying to shake him, but only manages to bank off a couple of trees.
Watch the truck, Dale.
Chad smashes his hatchet through the front windshield.
Hey!
Chad sticks his face through the hole in the windshield.
Time to reap what you sow.
Chad swings the hatchet at Tucker's face, but Tucker catches his arm.
That's what my dad always says. And he's still alive.
Bam! Tucker punches him in the face, sending him flying. He rolls off the hood. The three watch as Chad tumbles down onto the road behind them.
Well, that wasn't so...
He looks up and sees the truck is sliding straight for a tree. Dale hits the brakes. Nothing! He grips the wheel and screams.
Ah!
Exterior dirt road continuous. The truck slams into a tree. The hood crumples and the three of them slam to the dashboard violently. Interior truck moments later. Steam rises from the radiator. The windshield is cracked and the truck is demolished. One of the turn signals flashes, creating an eerie light show in the thinning fog. Dale, Tucker, and Allison are hunched over, beaten senseless from the crash. Finally, Dale stirs.
Allie?
Dale reaches for Allison. She lies unconscious.
Allie, are you okay?
Tucker moves. His nose is broken and the lower half of his face is drenched in blood.
I'm fine. Thanks for asking.
Dale puts his finger against her neck, checking her pulse.
Is she out again?
Yeah, I guess so.
She's a real special girl and all, but she sure gets knocked out like a lot.
Well, at least she's still alive.
Yeah, hallelujah.
Hey, don't blame everything on her.
I'm not blaming everything on her. I'm blaming everything on you.
You're the one who told me to talk to her in the first place.
I didn't tell you to die for her.
Exterior dirt road continuous. Beaten, bloody, demented, and with a bad case of asthma, Chad pulls himself up off the dirt road. He stands and looks over at the truck, broken up against the tree. Interior truck continuous. Tucker and Dale are still fighting.
I mean, you know how much it's going to cost me to get this truck fixed?
Well, at least your turn signal works now. Look.
Tucker glances into his shattered side mirror. It's true. The turn signal works.
Well, that's great, Dale. I'm sure the dead cop will be real happy.
In the rear view mirror, he sees Chad picking up his hatchet in the middle of the road.
Oh, shit.
What is it?
We better get a move on.
Unable to open the doors, Tucker kicks out the shattered windshield, knocking it out. He climbs out onto the the hood.
Give me your arms.
They maneuver the unconscious girl out of the truck. Dale slides on his belly and splats down into the mud.
Oh.
He pulls himself up and freezes. An axe flies out of the darkness. It slams into the side of the truck, missing Dale's head by inches.
Come on, grab her legs.
Dale helps lift the girl, and they run off into the woods. Chad walks up to the truck and tries to pull his hatchet out of the metal. It's wedged in too tight. He spots the brush-clearing scythe in the bed of the truck. Exterior woods, night. Tucker and Dale rush with Allison through the forest. They are being watched through the foliage.
Hey, Dad, it's going to be a long time before I take a vacation again.
It's going to be a long time before I talk to a girl again.
Tucker slows as he catches his breath.
Okay, break time.
What do you mean break time? We don't got time for a break.
Dale yanks on Allison again, throwing Tucker off balance.
If you haven't noticed, Dale, I'm kind of hurting here.
Well, shake it off.
Why don't you shake this?
He flips Dale off. Both men stare at Tucker's bloody hand. The middle finger is missing.
You know what I mean.
Dale notices a figure standing on the ridge behind Tucker.
Oh, holy crap.
Tucker turns to see a figure with a scythe, backlit by moonlight and fog. He looks like an apparition that's come to steal their souls.
Oh, okay, break's over.
Tucker grabs Allison's legs and they move off into the woods. Exterior forest, night. Chad's point of view. We hear the sounds of heavy breathing as branches fly past us, and then we're running all out toward Tucker and Dale.
Come on!
He's gaining on us.
Tucker and Dale look back, and then they run faster.
Run, Dale!
The branches rip past us. The breathing grows more frantic. Then Dale slips, falling onto the ground and dropping Allison. He rolls over, attempting to defend himself. But it's too late. The dark mass leaps up onto him.
Get him off! Get him off!
Tucker doesn't have time to react. The mass digs into Dale's face, licking him all over.
Jangers?
The dog is even more excited than Dale is.
Jangers, you're alive! What were you doing out here all alone, huh? Were you scared, girl? Were you?
As Dale plays the Jangers, Tucker glances nervously into the darkness.
Maybe we should have this reunion someplace else.
Jangers turns toward the darkness. Her ears perk up. She starts to growl.
What is it, girl? What is it?
They listen. It's quiet. Their breath is the only sound.
College kids.
Come on, let's get the hell out of here.
Tucker turns around right into the terrifying face of Chad.
Ah!
Chad raises a scythe and swings it down hard into Tucker's gut. Tucker falls to his knees.
Tucker!
Jangers rushes at Chad, biting his leg. Chad moves back into the woods, vanishing into the darkness. Jangers yelps, and then there's only silence.
Jangers?
Dale drops to Tucker's side, cradling him in his arms.
Tucker, say something, old buddy.
Tucker spits up some blood.
That kid's got some serious issues.
No.
Tucker coughs, spits up blood.
Listen, Tucker, you were right. This is all my fault. I'm sorry. I never should have talked to Allison. People like her, people like me, never meant to mix.
That's not true.
Tucker grabs Dale's arm.
Dale, listen to me. Remember when we were kids and we used to catch frogs down at the creek?
Yeah, I guess so.
Remember how we used to compete to see how many we could catch?
Tucker, I don't know if this is the time.
I used to tell you I let you catch more than me because I felt sorry for you.
Yeah, I remember. You let me lick them too. Man, did that make me feel funny.
Well, the thing was, I didn't let you catch them. You was quicker than I was.
Come on, Tucker.
It's true, Dale. I always said I let you have them, but the thing is, got them all on your own.
Oh, okay.
What I'm saying is, you're better than you think you are. She knows that too. I've seen the way you two look at each other. I think she really sees you for who you are. Who knows? Maybe after this whole experience, she'll be fucked up enough to go out on a date with you.
I doubt it.
That's just it, Dale. I don't want to hear any more negativity. All right, you're a good man. You're smart. You're strong. And you're not as ugly as you think you are.
Thanks, Tucker. That means a lot coming from you.
Dale looks over at Allison. She's gone.
Oh shit, that kid got Allison.
He scans the dark. Chad's laughter echoes in the distance.
Listen to me, buddy. Life's short, and you got to go after what you want. Go after her, Dale. She needs you. Maybe more than you need her.
I ain't gonna leave you.
Oh, don't worry about me. I'll be fine.
Tucker chokes, spitting up more blood.
Then you're coming with me.
Dale begins to pick up Tucker.
Oh, not this time. You got to go do this one on your own, buddy. Friends forever?
Dale pauses, then claps his hand tight.
Friends forever.
Ow! All right. Now get out of here and kick that little frat boy's ass.
Dale hesitates.
Go!
Dale looks at his best friend for the last time. Tucker manages a smile. Dale turns and runs off into the woods. Tucker stares up into the heavens.
Ice up the beer, Lord. I'm coming home.
His gaze becomes distant. Suddenly, a dark mass moves over him. It's Jangers. She looks at his face.
Stop it. What the hell? Let me die in peace, for Christ's sake.
But Jangers just keeps licking him.
Ah.
Exterior woods, night. Dale runs as fast as he can through the forest. In the distance, he sees a light shining. He picks up speed and he runs down the hill. Exterior lumber mill, night. Dale runs through the grassy meadow that surrounds the old abandoned lumber mill. Buildings loom before him. They're old, rotted, even more decrepit and menacing than the cabin looked. Exterior lumber mill, fence, moments later. Dale runs along a 10-foot-tall chain link fence. He spots a figure dragging a body across the lumber yard. It's Chad.
Ah, you son of a bitch.
He grabs hold of the fence and starts to climb.
I'll play your game.
He swings his leg over the top of the fence and drops. But he only drops a few feet. His flannel shirt snags on the top of the fence, and he just hangs there.
Oh, come on.
He wriggles about, but he can only hang there, looking like a scarecrow on a post. Interior lumber mill, night. Old, broken-down equipment and rotting logs are strewn about. Shafts of moonlight shine through the window. Chad sits on the floor with Allison's head lying in his lap. He brushes her hair out of her face as he gazes at her in a loving, demented sort of way. Her eyes flutter open.
What happened? Chad?
Love it when you say my name.
What are you doing?
It's okay. You're safe now.
What did you do to...
Shh. Don't talk. Just rest.
Chad, what did you do?
I did what I had to do. And thank God I got to you before.
For what?
Before they did awful things to you, Allie.
You have to stop this.
Stop what?
They didn't do anything to me.
Shh. It's okay. It's all over. You're with me now. And I won't ever leave you.
Chad bends down and kisses Allison. She is repulsed by him. Exterior lumber mill, night. Allison's scream echoes through the abandoned mill. Dale is stuck on the fence, struggling to get free. He shakes about. Finally, he's able to twist around and face the fence. He sets his hands and feet inside the chain links and lifts himself up, freeing his shirt.
Ha!
With a creak and a groan of metal, the old fence folds and Dale hits the ground face first. He rolls over, dazed. Interior lumber mill, night. Allison is sitting back up against a gigantic piece of lumber. Chad is pacing back and forth.
Chad, you were wrong. You were wrong about everything.
No, you're wrong, Allison. There's a war going on. And if you're not with me, you're against me.
But there doesn't have to be.
It's not just for us. It's for our children.
Chad runs his knife down the side of Allison's face.
Our children?
We need to make this world a safer place so that we don't have to worry about them wandering in the woods by themselves.
Chad presses the knife up against Allison's throat.
You're crazy.
You betrayed me, you fucking whore. Now, I'm willing to forgive you, but you're gonna have to beg.
Chad pushes himself up against her, kissing her on the mouth. Allison bites his lip and kicks him in the balls. Chad keels over, and Allison fights to untie herself. Chad slowly stands, walks up to her, and punches her in the face. She tries to run, but he grabs her and throws her on top of a log. He works to tie her down, but she fights. Exterior tool shed night. The 2x4 slams into a lock, breaking it free. Dale slides the door of the shed open and flicks a switch. The fluorescent lights flicker, revealing a shed filled with tools, chainsaws, tree climbing boots, body protectors, and all sorts of logging tools. Dale steps inside and looks in awe at all of the equipment.
You think I'm a hillbilly killer? I'll show you a hillbilly killer.
Quick montage. Dale straps metal gloves onto his hands. He pulls some kind of chest protector over his chest and puts protective chainmail pants on. He jams on tree climbing boots with spikes on the bottom. He walks along a row of chainsaws. Small, medium, large, extra large, fucking huge. He picks that one. Exterior tool shed, moments later. Dale steps from the shed looking like one crazy motherfucker.
Game on, motherfucker.
Dale yanks the cable on the chainsaw and it roars to life. Interior lumber mill night. Chad finishes tying Allison to a huge log on a conveyor belt. The conveyor belt feeds into a 5-foot circular saw.
What are you doing?
I'm saving you from yourself.
Chad reaches for a switch. Suddenly, the lights to the lumber mill flicker on. The place begins to hum with energy.
Oh, good. Loverboy's here.
He looks out across the mill floor. Only a few of the lights work, casting shafts of light into the darkness. Broken and abandoned machinery crowd the floor. Stacks of old, rotting lumber create a labyrinth.
Goodbye, Allison.
Chad flips the switch and the circular saw begins cutting through the woods and the conveyor belt feeds onto it.
Hey, hillbilly! I got your girl over here.
Chad runs away as Allison works to try to undo the knot. A silhouette of a figure steps out of the smoke. The figure is decked out with a chest protector, a protective chainmail pants on his legs and hands, and a face shield over his face. The figure is carrying a large chainsaw. Allison screams. Dale pulls up his face shield.
It's okay, Allie. It's just me.
Dale, what are you wearing?
I thought it might look kind of intimidating. Does it?
Yeah.
Cool.
Dale, want help?
Oh, yeah.
He runs over and starts untying her. Allison looks up at Dale as he works on the ropes.
Thanks for coming back for me.
It's nothing really. I was heading over here anyway.
She smiles as a voice booms out over the PA system.
Ah, sweet. The dim-witted hillbilly's trying to save the girl of his dreams.
Dale blushes and struggles with the ropes.
You think you're gonna win? But you're wrong. Your kind never win. That's why you live in trailers and screw your cousins.
That's not true. Well, we made it out once, but I was only 13, but we were just experimenting.
It's okay. I understand.
Time to say goodbye to the girl. You shouldn't have betrayed me, Allison.
The log Allison is tied to shifts. Dale suddenly realizes it's on the conveyor belt, and it's moving right for the gigantic spinning blade. Wood particles fly as the blade cuts through the log.
Dale?
Let's see. Rabbit comes out of the hole, goes pee, and...
Dale!
Dale reaches down and grabs his chainsaw, yanking the starter cable. It roars to life. The spinning blade begins to cut to the rope. Then there's a holler, and Dale looks up to see Chad sliding toward him, hanging onto a pulley. Chad smashes into Dale feet first. His chainsaw sputters across the floor.
Oh, that's really too bad. Are you okay? Because I really didn't mean to.
Chad swings the blade out of his side down in Dale's face. Dale holds up his metal mesh glove and the blade cuts only partly into it. Chad twists the blade deep into Dale's hand. The huge blade spins toward Allison's head. She turns her head to avoid it. Her cheek inches away. She screams. Dale kicks Chad in the ankle with his metal spiked boot. Chad falls backwards. Dale scrambles toward Allison. He reaches up and pulls the rope just in time. But Chad grabs onto his boot and drags him back. He pulls Dale to his feet and punches him in the stomach. Dale keels over, and Chad follows through with an uppercut to his face. Dale flies backward into wall tools. A box of saw blades crash to the ground. Dale picks up just one as Chad lifts him off his feet, smashing him to the ground.
Dale!
Dale backhands Chad, follows through with the jab to the face. Chad flies backwards, and Dale looks up at Allison proudly. The saw blade is tearing up the clothing on her shoulder. She looks up at Dale, knowing she's going to die. Not much chance, but it's his only hope. Dale tosses the circular blade through the air. It spins wildly. Thunk! It connects with a log, cutting the ropes in half. Allison rolls to safety just as the log is torn in half. Dale smiles and looks down at his hands in awe. Chad rises and grabs his side.
Time to die, hillbilly.
Chad spins his scythe around like an expert stick fighter. Dale pulls the cable on the chainsaw, firing it up like an expert gardener.
Oh, I beg to differ, frat boy.
The two of them face off like fighters in a ring. Allison climbs up on the metal catwalk 30 feet off the ground. She looks down at Dale and Chad fighting like two Jedi warriors, only with lumber tools. Chad charges. Dale lifts a saw, but it sputters and dies.
Uh-oh.
He tosses the useless weapon at Chad and runs. Chad dodges it and chases after him. Dale darts between the old machinery. He rounds a corner and his steel boots lose traction. He goes sliding across the floor like a baseball player sliding into home base. A moment later, Chad rounds the corner. Dale is gone. Interior lumber mill moments later. Allison crawls along the catwalk, looking around. She spots Dale crawling across the floor, hiding from Chad. Allison looks for a way to get his attention. Interior lumber mill continuous. Dale hides behind a large water drum. He can't see Chad, but he can hear him walking around.
Come out, wherever you are.
Something hits Dale on the side of the head.
Oh.
He looks up. He looks about, then up. Bam! A large bolt hits him right between the eyes. Dale rubs his head, looks up at the catwalk, spots Allison. She points to a staircase that leads to the catwalk and to a door onto the second story. Dale nods and quietly makes his way to the stairs. He cautiously looks about and begins to climb. A hand shoots out from between the steps, grabbing Dale's legs, sending him crashing to the metal stairs. Chad peers at him from below the stairs.
I don't think so, hillbill.
Dale reaches between the steps and grabs Chad by the collar, yanking him forward. Chad slams against the metal stairs, releasing Dale and dropping to the floor with a thud. Dale scurries up the steps.
Dale, this way.
Dale follows Allison through the door. Interior foreman's office, continuous. Allison and Dale slam the door behind them.
Jesus, that kid's tough. Are you okay?
Yeah, move the table over here.
Dale and Allison wedge the planning table against the door. They survey their surroundings for some way to escape. The foreman's office is covered in a thick layer of dirt. Cobwebs hang about the room. The place is still cluttered with some daily objects of the foreman's job. It looks like someone just up and left one day and never returned.
It's been a while since anyone's been here, huh?
Dale notes a wall calendar from 1987.
23 years ago.
Allison finds a phone. She picks it up. It's dead. Dale looks at her like she's an idiot.
I had to check.
Dale searches through the drawers of the desk. He grabs a pen, brandishes it like a weapon, and then tosses it.
Watch it, Dale.
Sorry, we've got to find some kind of weapon, preferably big and sharp.
Allison opens a filing cabinet and notices a large stack of old newspapers. She reaches down and picks one up. The headline reads, Memorial Day Murderer Found. Allison sits and starts going through the newspaper. Dale picks up an old wiffle ball bat.
Maybe this'll do.
He slams the bat against the table. It crumples in half.
Guess not.
Dale continues searching through the cabinet. There are still a bunch of old snack boxes and cans of tuna. He sees a large yellow box of tea. He looks at it for a moment.
Oh my God. Dale, come look at this.
Dale walks to Allison and looks at the old newspaper article.
Look familiar?
Dale sets the tea box down and glances at the picture. A hillbilly is cuffed and being pushed into the back of a police car. He is facing the camera. His face is the mask of rage. An eerie cabin looms in the background.
Hey, yeah, that's Tucker's cabin.
Yeah, and it says here, single survivor leads police to the Memorial Day killer. The survivor is reported to have been tortured and raped. She is now undergoing psychiatric evaluation.
Wow, that's just like that story that he made up.
What if he didn't make it up?
Then I guess I'd feel pretty sorry for him. Poor kid probably didn't have much of an upbringing, and...
What did Chad say about his father?
Oh yeah, his dad didn't really come around too much. You felt...
No, the other stuff.
Oh, you mean about him being massacred and his body never being found?
Now look at the picture.
Dale takes a good look. Same build, same hair color, same oversized teeth. The hillbilly is a spitting image of Chad.
Huh. It kind of looks like Psycho Boy out there. That's funny.
He smiles, but then his smile fades and he looks at Allison. She's not laughing. Dale glances up at Allison and then back at the picture.
Holy shit. You mean that...
Bam! The door is kicked open. The table flies backwards. Chad stumbles through. The wicked blade of the brush-clearing scythe glints in the moonlight.
To die, freak.
Chad? Chad rushes at Dale, raising the scythe above his head.
Wait.
Chad hesitates for a split second.
You're a hillbilly too.
Chad stops, enraged by the remark.
Shut up!
He raises the blade again, about to strike.
Wait, look!
Dale cringes beneath the blade, raising the picture in front of him for protection. Chad freezes, staring at the photo. His eyes focus on the image of the hillbilly.
That's your real father there.
No.
It's true, Chad, you're half hillbilly.
Chad sweeps the photo out of Dale's hands.
Can't be!
He falters. For a moment, the evil seems to drain out of him. Dale and Allison exchange a look.
They lied to me. How could they?
Maybe they were afraid to tell you the truth.
Everything is a lie. There is no truth.
Chad screams like a kamikaze as he rushes at Dale, raising the scythe over his head. Dale reacts, grabs the box of tea, quickly tosses the contents into Chad's face. Chad stops mid-swing, choking, gasping for air. He slumps to the ground and falls to his side.
I can't.
He shuddered and convulses as he fights for air. He stumbles backwards out the door, still fighting for air. Allison and Dale follow him.
What did you do?
Dale holds up the tea box. The label reads, loose, unfiltered chamomile tea.
And Thymus nobilis.
What?
It's the ingredient in chamomile tea that can cause an anaphylactic reaction in rare cases for people who are allergic to it. Like I said, I remember weird stuff sometimes.
They look to Chad, gasping for air.
He'll be okay as long as we get him his inhaler.
Chad steps backward and accidentally tumbles over the railing, falling 25 feet to the concrete below. The two of them peer over the edge of Chad.
Or not.
Chad lies motionless. Exterior lumber mill day. The multicolored lights of the police sirens flash as a newswoman stands in front of the camera. Emergency response crews move about in the background.
Chaos and confusion of what transpired here last night is still being unraveled. What appears to be a tragic mass suicide involving a group of mentally unstable college kids may actually be the work of a lone deranged killer whose body is yet to be found.
Panning off the television to reveal. Interior recovery room day. Tucker is lying in a hospital bed watching the news report. He has bandages all over his body. Dale walks into the room.
Hey, buddy. How you feeling?
Well, all things considered, I'm doing okay. They stitched me up right as rain. Check it out, hey! I got my fingers back.
His fingers have been sewn back on, but one of them looks a little different than the rest. It has red nail polish on the nail and looks a lot like a girl's finger.
I don't remember one of them looking like that, though. They look funny.
Dale looks at the creepy, mismatched finger.
No, not at all. And I brought you something.
Dale lifts a Miller High Life 40 ounce that he was holding beneath his shirt. It has a big bow on it.
The champagne of beers. Look at it. It's beautiful.
Tucker takes it in his hands.
Listen, Dale, I'm sorry I ain't going to make it to the bowling tournament.
Well, that's all right. You take your time healing, and maybe we'll have a shot at it next year.
Maybe you can get someone else to play for me.
Nobody could replace you, Tucker.
Thanks, buddy.
Anyway, I guess I better get going.
Dale turns to head out.
Hey, Dale, did you ask her?
Ask her what?
Ask her out, for God's sake.
Well, I was gonna, but she left before I got the chance.
Oh, Dale, you're hopeless. You know that?
Yeah, you might be right.
Dale looks up and smiles at Tucker.
Except she kind of mentioned she was a pretty good bowler, and...
Hey, I thought you said no one could replace me.
Actually, I was just saying that to make you feel better.
Tucker looks mad and then just starts to smile.
You dog, you.
Interior bowling alley day. A bowling ball rolls down the alley, knocking all the pins over. A perfect strike. Allison turns and cheers as several hillbillies watch her, jaws dropped open.
Another one! Must be beginner's luck.
A bald hillbilly with a massive sideburns and missing teeth looks to Dale.
Dale Dobson, you are one lucky man. That girl's got a perfect set of bowling fingers.
Life's short. You gotta go after what you want, BJ. You can't just wait for things to fall into your lap.
BJ looks over at the hot group of college girls bowling in another lane.
You know something? You're right, Dale. I'm gonna go talk to her.
Don't be nervous. Just be yourself.
Allison plops down in the seat next to Dale. She grabs her beer and takes a long chug off of it.
Listen, Allie, I know we've been through a lot together, and this must seem kind of forward, but I got you a little something.
He hands her a box.
Oh, you didn't have to give me anything you shouldn't have.
She opens it. It's a wrestler's helmet.
Dale, that's very nice of you.
She clips it around her head.
Figure if we're gonna hang out together, it might be a good idea for you to keep that on.
Thanks, Dale.
She leans in and they are just about to kiss when they're interrupted by a scream. They turn to see the girl running away from BJ. She slams into a bowling ball cart and falls down unconscious. Her friends swarm to help.
I guess it takes some practice.
What does?
Dale hesitates and then makes his move.
This.
He kisses Allison, the best kiss of both of their lives. Smash cut to interior lumber mill night. A camera light follows the newswoman through the lumber mill.
Are you sure we should be doing this? It's still a crime scene.
Stack up, Billy. It's called investigative journalism for a reason.
But don't we need like a permit or some press pass or something?
Press past this.
She flips off the camera as she pushes through the broken door of the foreman's office. Interior foreman's office, night. The place is still in disarray from the fight.
The police missed something. I can feel it. I'm going to crack this thing wide open. What do you say, Billy? Won't a Peabody Award like this be nice on your...
A figure suddenly jumps out from the shadow. A scythe comes down on the newswoman's head. The camera jostles as the cameraman turns to run, but tumbles over the railing, smashes to the ground. The camera is still rolling as Chad appears and looks directly into the lens before hurling it at the wall. Smash cut to black. The end.
Dead.
Yes! Y'all, that was amazing. All right. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you at the next table read.